What's up internet, Macro on this side. Hope everybody's doing fine. Today let's figure out how can one save considerable amount of money purchasing generic medicines. Uh, I am not here to discuss the conspiracy of pharma industry in India and how they are keeping the prices of medicine high. Rather, I am here to explain you why buying a generic medicine is a very right way to go and how it can save you a lot of money. Before we move on, understand something: drugs or the medicines are not costly at all. I think they are extremely overpriced, and that's the basic theme here. Let me give you the real world example. For those of you who are not aware what are generic medicines, it just uh, same medicine with the same molecular formula as the branded one. So let's continue. You will understand it later what exactly I mean by that. Now consider this tablet. It's called a Neurelax MR. Forget the name of tablet, but focus on the chemical or molecular composition of this tablet. So it has a paracetamol 325 mg, aceclofenac IP 100 mg, and this T molecule which I cannot pronounce. It's a tongue twister. It's 4 mg. Now look at the right hand side. The same chemical or the same molecular formula with the same amount. So this one is by Acme Generics and this one is by Alchem. Alchem is a known company. So in branded you get the strip of 10 tablets for 160 to 200 rupees. In generic you can literally get it for flat 80 bucks. So you can easily save 50% just by buying the right hand side. Another example is Ketrol DT. It's a well-known painkiller. It's a dissolvable in water. A lot of people prescribe it for the pain. The branded one is 100 bucks. The chemical is Ketrol T 10 mg, and the right one is the generic one with the same molecule. It's Ketrofy DT, costing you flat 30 bucks for strip of 10 tablets. Now, if you don't trust me, let me show you the paper by Dr. Samit Sharma, who is IAS officer in Rajasthan Cadre, and he is the person instrumental in bringing the generic medicine of lower cost to the masses in Rajasthan. He actually published this paper where he tried to compare the cost between the generic and branded name, right? So this is going to be a wow moment for you. If you haven't seen this, look at this one. The heart disease pills, which goes by this name in branded, cost you what? For 14 tablets it cost you 1615 rupees, but in generic it just costs you about 8.45, 8 and 50 paisa. It's insane, right? I will put a link to this PDF in the description. Feel free to go through it. I think he have published a very short and a very neat paper. Back to the presentation. So let us understand something here. The molecule which is a part of the medicine is instrumental in curing your health issues. The chemicals are going to solve the problems and not the brand or the company which is making it. So this is the basic you have to understand. So as long as the molecule matches, any medicine is going to cure you. You need not to pay extra just because some XYZ company have made it. So how do you identify if there is a generic alternative? Let me give you again my example. So I purchased this for my aunt. The doctor said around 20 tablets. Each strip has a 10 tablets. So I just purchased one strip, because I have to start the medicine on the same day. I then came home, noted down the molecule formula. I have WhatsApp this to a few generic medicine stores in my area, and one of the guy replied with this price, and I went ahead and bought the second strip from there. Another thing, even in generic you have multiple brands making the same molecule or formula or medicine. So there might be a chance that same medicine here, it might be available for 60 bucks as well. So always go and try to see what all options you have with the generic store as well. So what is generic medicine, or what are generic medicines? These are marketed under the approved name rather than the brand name, and their efficiency, effectiveness is exactly the same. So why is the cost of these medicines is so low? So few things. Number one, the research and development cost is no more for this medicine. The clinical trial cost and the marketing costs, etc., are all recovered. Because you know, when the company launches a new medicine, they have to do R&D, they have to do clinical trials, they have to do marketing, and that's why they try to keep the prices high. But once a particular medicine attains a certain age or completes certain amount of time in the market, they just can, you know, sell it just by doing the basic level of marketing. And another thing, you know, is that they have something called you know, the patent thing. So if you're going to ask me, are there equivalent to all branded medicine in generic, so the short answer is no. Once the patent expires for the medicine, then only the generic medicine is possible. Another thing, you know, if you look at the liquid medicines or things like saline, etc., you will hardly find any generic alternatives in that. For example, let's take a Covishield or Covaxin. I don't think there is going to be a generic alternative of Covishield or Covaxin anytime soon, or maybe they will never release it. So you know, the quality and effectiveness of this medicine is exactly same as the branded one. In fact, every medicine in India is approved by FDA, Food and Drug Administration, so they are absolutely safe. And most of these medicines are manufactured in the same plant, you know, where they are making the branded medicine. You know, coming to the last slide, I am not here advising you to Google medicine name and try to cure it yourself. Don't be that person. You know, my father is a doctor, a few people in my family are doctor, so I have a knowledge of this thing to a certain level, but I never take any medicine without consulting my father or my doctor friends. So please don't do that. You know, the doctors, etc., these people have spent a lot of time of their life studying these things, so they are kind of you know, experts here. Don't try to cure yourself. That's it, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I will see you around.